It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Prime Time.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. It's one play at a time, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's lead with it. Lead with it. Come on, time to play.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. The speedster, Dante Pettis, back deep to return. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Fields. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Fields going to hold on to it. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st down, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first and second down as well to get to third and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, first and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Foreman diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Let's go get it now.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Practice right now, but it's showtime, baby.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes You go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Cousins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry now for Alexander Madison. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll go Madison up the middle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A carry for Foreman. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. Nifty move. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now Foreman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They run again with Foreman. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a give to Madison. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another carry now for Madison. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Cousins now.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On second down, this is Madison. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We always admire a guy who can go to his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Now Jones. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They'll run with Foreman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's showtime, baby.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's run, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's play now, baby. Do your thing. Let's go. Attention. We got to be big time now. Come on with it, man. They can't read us straight up. You go, baby. We holler, baby. Let's ride, dog.
A handoff for Herbert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. It's all like popcorn.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
The fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play fake, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On third down, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So much of this game is just understanding situations and then execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
the last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run, and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
3rd down here.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's hit it. Get it, baby. Who's going to make a play? Let's go, girl.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Powell on the return.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Cousins on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Cousins' throw pulled in here by Powell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And some room to work. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Brandon Powell from 10 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Foreman. That almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. First down, here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 4. Again, it's Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
It's right, dog. It's showtime, baby. They can't beat us straight up. Y'all got time. Let's go. Let's go, man.
On 1st and 10, Cousins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1.
Now Jones. Well, now how about this return? At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
To throw is Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On first down, it's Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 38. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They go play action. Cousins. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins completes it to Powell. Touchdown, Vikings! Brandon Powell with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. That pass complete to Moore.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give right side. Foreman, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fields. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Fields.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
On third down, Herbert. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going on the ground with Madison.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Now Cousins. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. On third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Minnesota.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here comes Pettis on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A carry for Foreman. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL
on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on second down. Fields, throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now Foreman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fields now to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
It's showtime.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll go Madison up the middle. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
First down, here's Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well, and to continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And some room to roam now. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Madison.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to run with Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
A touchdown run there from a yard out.
And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Fields throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Buying time to his left.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here's Madison running on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another carry now for Madison. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now a give to Madison. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's a give to Madison running right. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to run with Madison again. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the right hash, this from 33.
Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.